everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is when your friend is hurt by something you said. When your friend is hurt by something you said. When your friend is hurt and upset by something you said. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, to let you know that the new channel, Living Life with Miss Faye, is up and running. And I will leave a link in the description where you can pop over there and see what I'm doing. Over there, I will share with you things I do during the day. I'll show you my daily routine, foods that I eat, things that I recommend to you to live a healthier and happier life. Now, I will be posting on that channel probably once or twice a week. And at the beginning of the week, I'll try to post like every Monday over there. So pop over there on Mondays and you should have some new material to enjoy. Look forward to seeing you over there. And again, the link is in the description. Now, to get us started, I did pull a short video. And then we have a letter. Let's watch this video. Then we're going to read the letter and dive right into this topic. When your friend is hurt by something you said. Here we go.
How you can know if somebody's still your friend or not, if you can speak the truth to them in love and they not get offended and walk out. If you can't speak the truth in love, hear me. If you can't tell them the truth in a loving way because you're afraid that they won't want to be your friend anymore, then they're not your friend anyway.
Now, you see what he said in the video. And I totally agree with that. You know, some people, you can say things and they take it totally out of the context that you meant it because it's something else that they are harboring inside of themselves that it triggered. And it probably has nothing to do with, the way you said it or how you said it or anything. It just pushed an open wound in them. Let's read this letter and see what she says. She says, I've been best friends with the girl at work for a year. For the most part, we have had an amazing friendship with a few bouts of miscommunication, which we eventually smoothed over. She has been there for me through the loss of a cousin and issues with my narcissistic mother. In return, I've held her down through foot surgery 6 months ago. I visited her in the hospital every day, took whatever I thought she needed, and ran her errands, and dropped her places while she was recovering and couldn't drive. I was there for her more than her own family and other friends. Last Friday, I was at a work meeting where it was mentioned a colleague of ours were verbally abused by 2 parents. I already knew who the person was because the teacher who was verbally attacked told me about it. When the meeting ended, my best friend asked me who it was, and I told her I wasn't willing to say because I didn't want it to be public knowledge. I told her who it was shortly after and told her not to tell anyone. She messaged me a few minutes later and said that she was disappointed that I would think she'd tell people things that we share. I told her that I wasn't sure where her loyalty lies because a few weeks prior, she sat amongst some other colleagues who were bad-talking an event I organized, and she never mentioned it to me. She vocalized that she was hurt by what I said, and as a result, We haven't been in communication since then. I reached out to her yesterday to find out where her head is and further explain myself. She mentioned on these occasions that our friendship could never go back to how it was, and she wasn't sure if it can be fixed. I told her that I need some more clarity about what that means. Are we still friends? Do we not talk anymore? Do I start to detach from her? Well, she's already detached from you, and she's telling you that as far as she's concerned, your friendship is over. Okay, that's what she's telling you. While I do understand how she feels, I think it's a bit unreasonable of her to seemingly exaggerate this issue when overall I've been a damn good friend to her. However, I'm also not going to beg to be in anyone's life. What's your advice? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get some insight on these miscommunication issues, okay? When a friend is offended by something you say, it means that they interpreted your words as hurtful, disrespectful, or insensitive, causing them to feel upset with you. And it's important to acknowledge their feelings, apologize if necessary, and try to understand their perspective to repair the situation. Okay, I've been in that situation where I've had a very close relationship with someone. Well, I thought it was. Maybe it wasn't that close. You see, because I feel like if you have an upset with a true friend, the friend is going to come back because the friend is true to the relationship. Come back to try to work it out. But in the letter, this lady's not interested in working it out. So that means she wasn't a true friend in the first place. And plus, she was a work friend. And I just did a video. Work friends are not your real friends anyway. Not your real friends at all. They will stab you in the back. So don't get confused with your work friends as being your real friends. As you see here, it's got nothing to do with what you've done for her. The friend that I had, we just disagreed on politics. On politics. I was for one side, she was for the other side. And she completely fell out with me for good. And the thing about it is that I could care less about politics. I believe that the candidates are all the same anyway. So I could care less about who wins or whatever. But to her, because I was on the opposite side, and I stood up for what I believed in, she took offense to that. And then she wanted to go into all the times that, she's helped me and who have I helped. And what's that got to do with the issue? Who you helped and how many times you helped somebody. You did that out of the kindness of your heart. Okay? So people are not obligated to agree with you just because you helped them or they helped you. All right, that should be out of the equation. Whatever the misunderstanding is what you should concentrate on. And if it is a true friendship or relationship, you will be willing to work out those kinks. You see? And part of that is allowing a person to be who they are in whatever situation. So, for you mentioned her not to tell anybody because she knows she's got loose lips. And then she got offended. because she probably knows it's true. And she was insulted because she pointed it out. And it's probably not the first time she's been told that, because she was so quick to jump on it when you brought it up. If it wasn't an issue for her already, then she wouldn't have snapped right on it. You see, again, when you're talking to people, you say something and you don't understand why they get upset. It's because somehow you touched that open wound that they have inside of them. It very little has to do with you. It's the way that they have perceived it, because they have wounds. And somehow you stumble upon one of them. So don't take it to heart. You know, acknowledge their feelings. Say something like, I understand why you're upset. Well, when my friend got upset, I said, why are you upset? Why are you this upset? And if she was fuming, all right? Listen actively. When they're talking, listen to them. But you have the right to stand your ground. It doesn't have to be a debate or an argument, but you do have the right to stand your ground, whatever your belief is. And, I'm an open-minded person. And if you can come to me with a good, logical explanation of why you believe what you believe, but then, I've been prone to look into it. I'm not going to shoot you down just because you believe in a certain thing. I am open to listen to whatever information you want to share. All right. Doesn't mean I'm going to agree with it. And I don't care how close of friends that we are. It doesn't mean that I'm going to agree with everything that you agree with, and vice versa. But our friendship should be strong enough to overcome that, if it's a true friendship. And if it breaks down, that means it wasn't anything much in the first place. Okay? Now, for you, you can reflect on your words, and usually you will look back and see what you said and how you said it, and maybe you should have said it another way. Most times, if you're talking to your friend, you choose your words wisely because you don't want to offend them, but you stand your ground and you just speak to them straight. It is what it is. You see? And if they get offended by that, it's not on you. It's on them. Now, you can apologize that they were hurt by whatever you said. They were hurt by it. And you can ask them, do I need to explain it to you? Why I believe what I believe or whatever? But many times when people are closed-minded about things, they have a lot of issues in their lives that they're dealing with behind the scenes that really has nothing to do with you. But if you step on one of those wounds, one of those open wounds, you're going to get the whole kit and caboodle of their anger that they have been storing up for a lot of other things in their lives. So you need to be aware of that sometimes people that are close to you, they'll get upset by words that you say. It doesn't matter how you say it. You can say it as sweet as pie. But if they have an open wound and it has anything if it touches that open wound, they're going to be angry. Because I think it makes them look at themselves. When you reflect to them something, it makes them look at themselves. You're like a mirror to them, and they don't like what they see. They don't like what they hear. They don't like the reflection. So they're upset with what you said and you because you said it. People, you got to remember that people in our lives reflect our own lives back to us. Be aware of it. And if you do upset a friend, try to apologize to them. But if they don't accept your apology, let it go. Let it go. Give them time. Maybe time will heal it, and maybe it won't. I know people who have fallen out and don't speak again, ever, you know, but that's the way that they decide that they want to live their lives, and to each his own. But for you, guard your peace and your own happiness. That's the most important thing. Don't allow other people's feelings and emotions to drag you down into their negative energy. And that is negative energy, when they can get so upset with you, they don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. But something that you said. Take care of yourself and love yourself. And keep your energy at a higher vibration. You got to protect that all the time. I hope you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And if you're looking for today's affirmation, the link is also in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters, and a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best, and I really hope to see you next time.